The picture that I liked myself the best in was Hocus Pocus, believe it or not. Now, that picture tanked, but I thought I was really funny in it.
Massachusetts. Witches!
Yes?
Thought they got rid of the Sanderson sisters for good.
We shall be back!
Who wants to send a message to Germany?
I have a message for Germany. That you are all going to die. And I want you to look deep into the face of the Jew who is going to do it.
Your ability to make a movie that by any objective standards is among the most violent movies made, but have an audience laugh during the time or come out of the movie smiling.
If a director can do that, if the director can pull it off, well, that's a real lucky audience member, because you really had an experience that night. You went to the movies. That was worth leaving the house.
I really wouldn't worry about this. Jeremy couldn't manage a water fountain without screwing up. I don't think he's capable of an intricate revenge plot.
Are we? The funny thing about Hocus Pocus is it's very generational. Like, you know, the people who watched it are showing it to their kids who are, I'm not that old, they're their kids showing it to their kids, showing it to their kids. Oh, just 2 generations. So I get like a lot of like teenagers saying, it's my favorite movie.
I thought I was really funny in it because it was a whole character. I mean, it had everything. It had like teeth, and it had, you know, it was a character that that just appeared out of nowhere. I didn't know where that character came from. I just started talking like that one day, and that was the first time that had ever happened to me. And it was a thrilling experience to be overtaken by a character.
See, it amazes me so much.
Yeah, Hocus Pocus was a good one. Sister Act, it kind of depends what's on TV, how much people stop me. I know that if something was on TV like last night, it's a big Sister Act or a Hocus Pocus or a Rat Race day.
It's just a bunch of Hocus Pocus!
Devotion to Hocus Pocus, and I can't really explain it, except perhaps it came out at a certain time and this generation of people were a certain age, and that moment and those memories that they connect with that time. Maybe it's because it was sort of silly and odd and perverse and weird, and we wanted to eat small children, didn't we? I mean, didn't we want the life and the air and the breath that the very breath they breathe?
Are you broads a little old to be trick-or-treating?
We're talking about 3 ancient hags versus the 20th century. How bad can it be?
It's so interesting to me. Only since having joined Twitter fairly recently do I understand people's affection and...
You stay for supper.
I'm not hungry.
But we are.
So good. Yeah, and actors are like that. They're crazy. It's not the box office. It's how far did I get?
I suggest we form a calming circle.
I am calm!
Oh, sister, thou art not being honest with thyself, are we?
My planet fell on you!
Will there ever be a Hocus Pocus sequel? Bet wants one, Kathy wants one, Sarah wants one, the fans want one, I want one. What do we have to do?
Come on, bring it
Come
to
on,
life!
bring it on! Bring it on!
You relive the same day over and over again.
time to start to see who you really are. You sneaky little biatch. Maybe you should switch to water next time. Super helpful. Don't be late to your party tonight. Okay, bye. Bye. Tree, happy birthday.
So if you really want to do a movie, we'll finance the movie.
Let's do it!
You know you make me wanna.
It's amazing because NBC was not in the movie-making business.
Hey, Elvira, we got us a couple more volunteers.
Great! Just grab a tool and start banging.
Hey, Mom.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Rose, the keys. Just get the keys.
I don't know where they are.
Rose?
You know where the party is.
Hey, you're up.
Look, I know this isn't going to make any sense. Stop global warming?
You guys mad at me for something?
You sneaky little biatch. Happy birthday.
Don't make me drink alone.
I'm cold.
It's not cold. Just come to me. I'll keep you warm, I promise.
Fine.
Leave us alone!
But we've just started.
I am your worst dream come true.
Come on up, Richie. I got a balloon for you.
Hello! Let me see your driver's permit.
Hocus Pocus recently celebrated
20 years.
Yeah.
Isn't that fantastic?
Which is crazy. And I remember when that movie came out, I loved it. I watched it with my daughters, and I understand it's one of your favorites.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Really?
We made it at the time, we made it before the tidal wave of Halloween happened. You know, I mean, in the old days, Halloween was, it's Halloween, and well, the kids will go out. But now it's like huge.
It is huge, isn't it?
Kids, grown-ups, everybody takes part in it. And this movie was kind of like at the beginning of the wave. So we had a great time making it. It was Kathy Najimy and Sarah Jessica Parker and I, and we laughed the whole time.
You did?
We did, and we flew, we flew, and we got to wear like crazy noses and fake teeth and all that sort of thing. We just had the best time.
Before all Salem falls under their spell.
Hello, you.
Making strange things happen on screen.
Walt Disney Pictures presents Bette Midler.
Hello.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Would thou dance with me?
And Kathy Najimy. Hocus Pocus.
Into the night!
They love to fly. And it shows.
Good night. Sleep tight. No screaming.
The Sanderson sisters of Salem made quite a name for themselves, casting curses and hexes and other nasty magic across the countryside. But today, it's Walt Disney Pictures' turn to conjure up some amazing magic of its own in the new full-length live-action family comedy, Hocus Pocus, starring Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy as the Sanderson sisters.
We're home.
They're back from the grave and running amok. And only 3 brave kids and 1 black cat have the power to stop them.
Well, come on, it's just a bunch of hocus pocus.
Wake up. Wake up, sleepyhead. Oh, I missed you. Did you miss me too? Come on now, we've got work to do. Really?
Dear, I smell children. Sickle.
To create Binks the talking cat, Disney Wizards shot scenes with the real thing, then added a computer-generated head and tied the two together.
Come, little children, I'll take thee away. In. Come out, my dear. We will not harm thee.
Thou mangy feline, still alive and waiting for you. Oh.
ever come, sisters?
Greetings, little one.
'Twas I who brought you back.
Imagine. Such a pretty little child.
When Billy the Butcher pops up in the story, then promptly loses his head,
Shishka, baby. Tell me, Dumpling. What is the year?
1993.
Sisters? We have been gone 300 years. Well, Winnie, how time flies, huh? When you're dead.
credit goes to Disney Animation and to special effects wire rigging that helped Bet pull a few strings for her young co-star, Omri Katz.
It's been great fun, but I guess I better be going.
Oh, stay for supper.
I'm not hungry.
Oh, but we are. We fly!
Of all the visual tricks in Hocus Pocus, flying is the most bewitching of all.
Roast him, Woody.
No, let me play with him.
All of them, come from very strong physical backgrounds. They all were very excited about that part of it. I think that, everybody wants to fly.
I haven't lost my touch, sisters. Say hello. Goodbye. I'll be hell on you.
Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy. It's Halloween like you've never seen it before.
Chicken alive and all been cursed because of all the witches working. And the worst I put hell on you. Now you're
Rolling! If we change the way that movies are made,
Coffee, Miss Lila?
I think you can change the world. I want you to be.
All right, everyone, roll cameras. Action!
This studio is risking everything.
We're already seeing pushback.
Look, I know this isn't gonna make any sense. Stop global warming? I feel like I'm losing my mind.
You sneaky little biatch. Happy birthday.
I've already lived through this day. He's gonna kill me tonight.
Friday nights this summer. Take a trip to Chiller's Summer Camp.
How's it hanging, Phil?
Our campiest movie.
Witches!
Yeah?
In a Chiller triple feature.
It's showtime.
That elevator's haunted.
Starting at 8 p.m.
It's my cousin Angela. What's your opinion? I'll beat it out of you.
Chiller's Summer Camp. Friday starting at 8 p.m. Eastern.
I'm cold.
It's not cold. Just come to me. I'll keep you warm, I promise.
Fine.